I'm wearing the same kurta as the last episode because I'm recording this on the same day. You listen, Ruckus Avenue Radio, iHeart, download the app. 2 p.m. PST Western Coast. Same time every day. A new episode. Enjoy it. Sign up to the Patreon. Link should be in the bio. Full episodes that are not available fully on the YouTube side. You can listen to them on iHeartRadio unless they're like super stupid episodes or we just put on the fucking Patreon. So I would check that out if I was you. Wearing the kurta. Yo, the Gurdwara episode is the first part of the situation. Now this is going to be the second part. This part is about how we take our community from fucking plebeian farmers to patrician Darbari culture, Khalsa aristocrats. Akkala. And so this episode is going to be a lot more visual. So I'm going to do a couple of fun things where I'm going to basically run through how on the different levels I think that Punjabis need to go to be like aristocratic as fuck. And it's not going to be for everybody because some people aren't going to make the money. Some people are not going to see the fucking like, oh, why? Who gives a fuck type shit. But the people who do get this, like, listen, I'm here to consult, man. You want to build art collection? You want to do whatever? Hit your boy up. Let me put my art history degree to use. So, but I'm going to give it for everybody, you know. I give it like it's prashad, you know. Finally using the stream deck. Okay. And so the first thing I want to start is like this weird misconception we have of like, hey, let's go back to Punjab. No, man, fuck Punjab. And I don't want to be mean, but it's like, have you ever tried to do business in Punjab? Like, people go like, yo, it's all good, bro. It's all chill there and shit. You know, like, I can do that. If you don't have your family and you have to go there, you know how many people are trying to like fucking rip you off? People are trying to like do shit behind your back. People are trying to have you killed. I guarantee every single Desi banda on planet Earth out of Punjab has a story where over land, somebody or somebody they know was almost like killed or tried to kill somebody for their land. It's such a common occurrence out there because all the value of their society is tied into the land. So it is worth killing people over in the minds of fucking these brain dead Desis out there. Oh yeah, that's my fucking blood brother that I grew up with and everything. Oh, fuck him, kill him. You know, women fucking slowly putting kach in the food because they hate their husbands. Like, you know, you have to grease so many palms to get shit done in the fucking judiciary. Like, what the fuck, man? What kind of society is that you want to be in? Like this idea, like, we're going to go back to Punjab for what, man? Roads that suck, services that don't exist. Yo, you want to fucking build a dope-ass house out there, you won't even get power to it? No. We got out, we made it, we're lucky. Now some of us few, we can rise to another height. I wish we could take everybody. But some people don't understand this so some people don't understand this shit, you know? I did the whole thing about like, yo, my last name's Johal. I would want to make like a family crest and shit situation. And people are like, that's so anti-Sikhi. That's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, yeah, like you just don't get it. You're just operating on a completely, you know, brain dead level, let's just call it. It is what it is. And so I think there's different levels to this. You know, there's wealth after a while. Like, you want to differentiate yourself from people. And so what did, like, the wealthy people start to do? Not only did they build manors, not only did they buy art, but they even, like the modern English language that the British use, that the accents, that was created as, like, a flex to basically differentiate people in different classes. They could tell what like type of class you were by the type of accent you had. That's how fucked up society was at some point. I mean, it still is like that, obviously. But I think if you have Khalsa ideals and you go aim for like being aristocratic, it's possible. And only some people are gonna get it. It's not like for everybody. You know, some bande in the Discord, like we get it. We talk about this stuff, like type of arts, art collections, auctions, all that type of shit. So I'm gonna basically run through a small portfolio of art and like every single thing I need that like if anyone could do it, because some people might listen to this and they have fucking mad bread and they're like, yo, I'm this is the type of shit that I was thinking about. And so like one of my buddies said it best, like if you think you're rich and you have a big house, no, you're rich when you don't have neighbors. That's when you're rich, man. And I don't mean literally like you're in the middle of nowhere, but it's like there's literally 50 acres of land before either somebody else. You could throw a house party day after day and no one will ever know. Like that's a different type of wealth that is just not normal, you know? The the nobility of Europe got there by doing something risky and bold, okay? They weren't merchant classes that ended, they got these titles of dukes and duchess and fucking whatever because they balled out in some war and helped some king or some fucking lord, and the lord bestowed upon them lands and grants and whatever, and they used it to the best of their ability to fucking make castles, okay? So this is the level that some of these families have gotten to. So like Liechtenstein is a very small country technically in Liechtenstein, LOL, like a very small, very tiny country. But like this is like a castle that was built a long time ago. Like this is fucking dope. This is a family home. You keep it in generations. A title goes with your generation. So along with the deed of the house, you get a title. Like thinking like that. The problem with Desis today is that we think just enough for maybe our bloodline, and then that's it, you know? Oh, we're going to give our kid a fucking house or whatnot and then call it a day. But real wealth thinks realistically, you know, we're in millennia, hundreds of years. You're going to carry my family line, my lineage. They give a fuck about that shit. It's that same code. Like, the man who plants a tree knows that he will not enjoy the shade, but, like, the value of it still. We need to think like that because we need to start batoning the wealth to future generations. And I mean not fucking sorry yo grab the baton, no, not that type of baton. I'm talking like race baton where we can build generational wealth. We're out here in the West, so give it to the next generation. And again, this is another way we're winning. Bro, how fucked and hilarious is it that all these billionaires like Warren Buffett, all these guys are like, yo, I'm not giving my kids anything, they can figure it out for themselves. Like that's poor mentality. Poor mentality is like you're such a fucking like jackass where you're like, well, I had to try really hard for my money, so like my kid has to go through the same fucking pain, instead of going like, yo, you're on the shoulder of me, so we can create giants. We can keep going. Like Floyd Mayweather's like I don't give a fuck if my kids like blah blah blah, like they should figure it out. And to some extent, like, yeah, you want your kid to figure shit out, but like also it's the job of you as a parent to create the ability for your kid to have ambition from a young age, to basically be like, okay, dad, you did this. And the best like historical example would be like King Philip, who built up his army, took over like parts of Greece, and then Alexander the Great, his fucking son, just took it to another level because he had philosophers teaching him. His mother was like fucking pumping him up and shit. So you need that, and we need that. You know, we need to basically think like, yo, we are going to be out here in the West. Let's populate it. Let's give a fuck about the society the way these fucking white people haven't. The Lions Gate Bridge in Vancouver is like a bridge that anyone who's gone to Stanley Park has seen. Okay? So Lions Gate Bridge here that has these two lion statues in front of it. Fucking dope, badass. This really beautiful. If people do the fucking biking shit, they always pass by this bridge. This bridge was built by the Guinness family. Yes, that Guinness, the fucking beer. And they built it, and they were basically like, okay, we will take payments on tolls in perpetuity from the government. Why aren't we doing that type of shit? Imagine if like we, a bunch of like the fucking billionaires of BC were like, okay, we'll help you build the SkyTrain station and we'll just basically get paid back in perpetuity until it's paid back. They don't think like that. I want my fucking money now. I want my ROI. The shortest amount of like ROI that like intelligent people are willing to wait on is like 10 years. Like if they don't get it seat in 10 years, like who gives a fuck you. Whereas like the Guinness family was like my great grandchildren that I don't even know who the fuck they are and aren't even born yet, they will fucking get paid by this shit. That's a different type of thinking, man. That's an aristocratic thinking that you just can't buy. I was seeing some fucking tardo Indian drama where like, you know, they're like in Indian society, people with money is like well-to-do, head shake or whatever. But this guy was like from a well-off family, and then he married this like chick who tried her best to fit in. She was like taking like high class classes. Like she was trying to be a high class lady, learning like elegance, grace, different tastes of wine, how to walk, how to do her hair, how to be like whatever, right? And then the dude like she does some stupid shit because she's like a pleb still at heart, and the dude's like you know, you can marry into you can marry into money, you can have money, but you can't buy class. And that's the thing, you can't buy this soch. Either you understand it from how the gurus fucking like did Sikhi and like pushed it, like Darbari culture, man. Like let me show you guys Persian Darbari culture. Okay, LOL. Okay, so like these are like miniatures, right? But here's a picture of the Mughal Delhi Darbar with this like these miniature paintings of these darbars that are happening. And this type of like thinking, this Darbari culture, let's call it, that's in that Sir Bansdani Guru Gobind Singh movie. Clearly, like everyone's around, and the main like this is basically what Sikhi was teaching us. This level of aristocracy, I don't know why I keep fucking this level of aristocracy. And instead of a banda that everyone's like having to worship in the front, it's the Guru Granth Sahib. Because I also think like, you know, I've talked about in the Anglo-Sikh War episodes, like you have the British all conspiring together to beat the Sikhs, and they're able to work together because they have a common goal. But in the Darbar of the Guru, like we're all on equal footing. So there's no like this guy has more, he's up there and we have to like fucking worship him. No. We're all like in this together. We're all kings. And that should have been enough for us to have the baton to keep moving forward. You know, Guru Gobind Singh Ji taught us a valuable lesson in where the Darbari culture that he spent years honing his art, right, of poetry and arts, like they were not only were they writing new poetry and compositions, they were translating texts from all over the like Indian subcontinent to become more accessible to the average man and average woman and average like person, basically, no matter the caste. They were creating art. They were like educating the men, the women. They're teaching kirtan and music, right? Like it was a place of arts and culture to flourish. And you need to strive for that. But as Khalsa, you also need to be like, I can let go of it all instantly and I don't give a fuck. That's the story of Sarsa Nadi, right? All the works of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, all this countless art and poetry and all these compositions that they had just washed away with the river. Such a beautiful analogy. It's kind of like the Buddhist mandalas. Buddhist sand mandalas. So Buddhists spend weeks on weeks creating these intricate pieces, and then once it's done they do a little like meditation prayer and then wipe it away, because at the end of the day that is life, right? And so if you understand that like fleeting nature, that life is just going to be gone, you can, you know, plan accordingly. And I think the plan accordingly move for this is build a beautiful mandala in your life and be fine with it being wiped away, because the next generation will come and use the same sand that you use to build something even bigger, something even better. You know, the act of it being blown away is more of like you leaving this earth with this piece of art that you created behind for the next person. And that's what longevity, that's what all that stuff is. And again, we just don't have it. It's a sad fact of the matter, but it is a fact nonetheless. So how would I go about doing this? First off, what is your last name? Shergill, Gill, Taliwal, Sandhu, you know, Suri, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Fuck the caste system. Whatever your last name is, be proud of it. Because now if your family was fucking Jats and full of cowards, fuck them. If your family was Khatris and fucking like super stingy people, fuck them. If your family was this and they worked hard, whatever, cool, whatever, but fuck them. Because you now in this lineage where you are can now push the needle forward. You have the ability to basically be like, yo, I'm the first in my line and I'm going to act accordingly. And so with that, like, you basically create it's like branding your family. It's like a brand job for your family. Today people brand their fucking themselves on Instagram with their pictures and their profiles, but this is like completely different. And so like this is something I did. This is the House of Johal thing down here, but I think like that's my shit, man. Like this is the House of Johal merch stuff that you like you'll see on a lot of our stuff. And this is like I know crests, like family crests, Britain nobility. There's this, and there's a samurai families with samurai family lines with adopted families. So there's like this really so as you can tell, obviously my the crest or whatever from here is obviously inspired by samurai crests, because I like the simplicity in them. Very small, very elegant symbol. Boom. This is like original OG branding type shit. These family crests that the UK and stuff have, like shit like this, nobility, like arms and stuff, like they just feel played out. They almost kind of look like soccer fucking logos and shit. This is more like a simpler history coat of arms, just like a black like a background with whatever. Whatever toots your horn. First, create something original that represents your family for whatever reason. These down here is two J's, double crossing J's adjacent. That's the first thing. But I love the curvature. I think curves are beautiful. I think the circle is the most awesome shape. So I wanted to have the curvature with the J's, and it also just has that like Chanel, Louis Vuitton feel with the letters. This up here, I like this trinity. I think the triangle is a very important symbol, but it's also curved. So in the middle, you have the triangles, but it's like the fluidity of motion. The three levels, beginning, middle, the end, birth, preservation, death. It has like a spiritual aspect to it. It's not too crazy because, people want to represent themselves with animals, but we're not animals. We're fucking human beings. So I don't want to put a lion or a goat or an eagle, even though like I think that shit's played out. These motherfuckers are using a unicorn. Did you get the memo? It's not even real. And like I don't need to like dick ride their culture and stuff. Symbolism can come from however you want. So do whatever you want. Like if you want to do this, go for it. But essentially, you go your family crest, okay? Whatever the fuck you are. I'm a Johal. So House of Johal. That's my family's lineage's name, and I always refer to it like that. House of Johal. Now your family needs a motto. In Game of Thrones, the different houses had a Game of Thrones houses mottos. So obviously, House Stark is winter is coming. House Martell is unbound, unbent, unbroken. House Baratheon, ours is the Fury. That's kind of funny. Ours is the Fury. Greyjoy, we do not sow. Like, you need to have something badass that kind of fucking says what your family's about. And I haven't really thought of one for House of Johal. It's probably like gonna be somewhere out there once I have like my firstborn or some shit. But it's just like it instills and captures what time you guys are on, basically. And it could be anything. And you should put real care into this, because unless you're a fucking complete bum and a pleb and you're just going to get to like talk shit and chirp about this from like the comment sections, if you have money and the potential to make a lot of money, like what is your plan? Just fucking balling out on like dumb shit that doesn't hold its value, like cars or like multiple houses. And like, yeah, houses are good real estate to some extent, but they're fucking money pits and they leave you a liquid. But like, let's say, like, in a weird way, if your family owns your house in Surrey, you are a million. Your family's assets are worth more than $1 million. Like, you are technically classified as a millionaire because of what you have under assets. Even like whatever mortgages, blah blah blah, you're still classified as a millionaire. So to think that like that's not possible, it is possible. And so let's do some math here, right? You have like a 1.2, $1.4 million house, and in 50 years it'll probably go up to 2.5 because of just how things are going. But fuck it, it was 1.4 when you bought it. Your mortgage is like what, maybe like 650 now. And let's say it's a family of 3 kids. Let's just say on average it's 3 kids, 2 or 3 kids. And you, your brother, and your sister, or your 2 sisters, brother, whatever, you guys, it's usually going to be through the male lineage because, again, like, women go into the house, but who cares, man? Fuck it. We're in new age. Your women want to be part of it. They can be part of it. They'll fucking cuck their mans into being part of this. Who the fuck knows? If you think about it, if everyone's bringing home like 50 to 80K a year, right? And there's at least 2 of you in the scenario, right? Plus your parents, right? So let's say the median average of what everyone's bringing home is $65,000 a year. So that's like close to $200,000 a year. A mortgage, you would need to pay like maybe $6,000 a month, something like that. My numbers might be really bad. So that's 72 G's. So 200,000 minus 72,000, $128,000. Savings, whatever. So let's say the average household is saving in their pockets, household. So whoever the fuck is in your house, right, is saving about $150,000 a year. After 10 years, if you use that money in the right way, that's 10 million. No, fuck. $1 million. Sorry. That's like, these are such like conservative estimates, unless you're a fucking degenerate spending your money at fucking strip clubs and the casinos and on drugs and in the fucking clubs and bottle service and dumb vacations to Las Vegas or whatever. Like, you can still enjoy your life and go on vacation and travel, blah, blah, blah. But like, some desis will basically spend 2 years worth of like saved up money on a fucking wedding instead of like building out their lineage. I don't know why they do it. They do it. It is what it is. But let's say on average your household is saving about $150K a year. After 5 years, you guys have like a $500,000 khajana, let's say. Like, we're being very gracious here. Cuz let's say you have your mom, your dad, your baba and your bibi. So your baba bibi are getting checks from the government. Your mom and dad, let's say your dad's working, your mom isn't, so your dad's probably going to make like 60, 70 or something. You have you, your wife, and your brother and their wife. So that's like a household of 8 people. That's not like so uncommon. That's very possible. I think saying that the take home, like if everyone potted their money together, is 150. And this is another thing, man. Fucking desis are so stupid. Like, desis are fucking clowns when it comes to money, man. Why is everyone so secretive about how much they make? Like, financing is not out there, man. People aren't truly honest about like, yo, here's where the money is, here where the assets are, and this is why so many people fucking fuck up, man. Like, you need to have instruments of equity to create and propel your family forward. First off, everyone in your family needs a life insurance policy. If you don't, you're fucking already so behind in the race. Get a life insurance policy, because if your mom or your dad croak out, that's like $1.5 million each that you get right there. Pay off the house. Now you have more money to work with, more capital. Again, these moves, I think the average desi experience is your dad's in the trades or your dad's truck driving or something, and they're bringing enough money home to either buy a house or like buy and like pay their mortgage off slowly. And for their kids, they want to get you to university. So you get a nice upper middle management job. You're set. So I think based off of those factors, like you're not going to be the one chilling in your 30s and 40s. You're going to have to work till you're probably 60 to really see the benefits that like this plan brings you. But I think it's very easy to get to that point where you have the art collection, you have the family legacy, you have the family home, a vacation home, a fucking cottage by the sea or whatever the fuck. I think it's all possible if you and your family work as a unit. And that's the thing. Desis with money are just so brain dead. The shit they buy is so brain dead. Like, it's not even your fucking wedding, and wedding season will make you drop $10,000 on the fucking suits and the saris and all that shit for your family. No, we're not doing that shit. You know, they might think we're fucking poor because we wore the same suit or the same kurta, but joke's on you, motherfucker. I've got a Picasso sitting at home. Like, right behind me, that's a Marc Chagall lithograph. It's worth like close to 2K. I've got another original painting upstairs, like that's a lithograph, right? So it's not even original. Like a Chagall original would go for like holy fuck, man. Yeah, look at me, man. I love looking at this shit. So let's go Chagall. Oh, let's go the lithograph. Okay. These are not that good. Let's try Christie's. We'll return to these for more shit later as well, trust. Okay, so like this is a Marc Chagall a lithograph, and this one was estimated at 20 to 25,000, and it was sold for 25,300 USD. And I bought mine. Like I think there's something weird about it. I don't fully know, but like I still got it, and just as an art piece, it's dope. It's framed really well. But if I really got it appraised, like fuck, it could be some serious shit. Because I got it at an estate sale, so it wasn't like an auction. It was like they're liquidating estates, and sometimes they just some dumb kid in the fucking family line is like, I don't give a fuck about my parents' art. Just sell it all, get what you can for it, and they just throw it in an estate sale so you can get lucky. But most of the stuff is like a lot of the stuff like you'll be very. To find some old school shit, you'll be very lucky to find it in like, you know, some fucking random flea market or whatever. Like that, those stories are so rare. The best way for you to build your art collection will basically be either buying low value items that have high return over time later on, that basically adds more value to your collection as a whole, or buying up and coming artists from not art shops, fucking like art galleries downtown in major cities, New York, London, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Toronto, Boston, whatever have you. Art galleries always pop up. You could buy really nice pieces, and if you have the right art gallery curator that knows how to hype up their artists that they have exclusivities with, that shit can really like pop off later. So there is like a game to this that can really happen, and again, we'll get into it. So family lines. So again, $150,000 is very realistic that your family could save that, especially if everyone's working together. And obviously this would happen like once you're in your late 20s, early 30s, married and all that shit. As long as you didn't fucking blow a load on like re-upping your mortgage for your wedding and blah, blah, blah. Like, let's say like once you're in your mid 30s, you and your friend, and this is like if you're starting making wealth, you know, if you had to get a upper middle management job, you in mid 30s might get to a point where you can finally be making like $150,000 a year, and with the whole family, because your wife, they'll have, and then yeah, obviously kids get added to the thing. But that's what I'm saying. If there's enough people in the family, I think you can average like $150K. Like, not to give out the full situation like fully, but like for me personally, like I can survive very well on $3,500 a month. Okay. And that's covering my food, my insurance, my car payments, fun, like random miscellaneous, like gym memberships, gear for stuff I might need, rentals, right? So that's 42 G's per year. And then everything else above that is just fucking take away, take home, whatever for whatever, you know? So And again, some of you will already be like balling and shit like that, but some of you not. And that's why like the real estate game is tough for people, because they get into it and they're fucked. But so that's numero uno. Have like a good base to start building this wealth. And if you didn't already have it, get a fucking life insurance policy on you and your family. Everyone in your family needs a life insurance policy just in case somebody croaks out. Now, what's an interesting thing in like samurai family lines is they'll like adopt families. Like they have like the second branch, which I would think would be really cool, because like if like let's say I'm really balling one day and there's a family that I'm like I fucking love the way they are, how they act, they're just not gonna be ahead in the race. Like you can kind of like adopt them, and I've said this to people, like I would adopt your family and shit, like you and your wife and your kids, like into my family branch, where it's basically like you're associated with my family type shit. Like okay, hold up, let me fucking just make sure this is not fully tarted out what I'm saying. Explain first and second branches in Japanese family lines. Okay, the honke is, oh yeah, so it is a real thing. Meaning the honke is the main family line, typically descended from the eldest son who inherits the house, estate, leadership titles, and ancestral responsibilities. See, every society had this, man. We had a situation, and then the bunke branch is the second subfamily. So the honke, the main first branch, receives the family name, or preserves. I like that word. Preserves the family name, reputation, and ritual duties. Beautiful. Receives the primary inheritance, especially in feudal or aristocratic contexts. Leads the family in social and political matters. Cultural and Confucian influenced Japan, primogeniture, eldest son succession was often expected to ensure the continuity of the house. The bunke is the second or sub-family branch, meaning the branch family, often formed when younger sons or relatives split off from the main family role, has independent livelihood but subordinate to the honke in status and obligation, may maintain ancestral links but does not inherit leadership of the, i.e. unless the honke line dies out, can rise in rank or form its own house, but must initially show deference to the honke, whatever. Use case, if younger brother marries and establishes his own house, he becomes the founder of a bunke. Example, Tokugawa Ieyasu's line was the honke. The Owari, Ki, and Mito Tokugawa branches are bunke, but powerful shimpan, collateral houses with political influence. Bro, we need to bring this into the Khalsa. And so I would like adopt family like bunke lines. They're bunkaroos. No, I'm just joking. Where like they need a leg up in life, and I would basically be like, yo, we have assets, we have resources, let me help you do that. Like I am fucking psychotic, man. Trust, I'm like schizophrenic out and shit. So I do think like that. A lot of people just be like, yo, you're fucking psychotic. It is what it is. But I think you need that honke bunke type shit. And so again, you create your family line, you create your house of Johal, create your crest, create your motto, create the financial structure, make sure everyone's, and then this will make sure everyone's on like a life insurance situation, and then start investing in financial instruments, equities, securities, and then art. Okay? The simplest fucking financial advice I'd give you is this thing. SCHD, dividend yield. Okay? The Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. What's it trading at right now? $27. And so what is this saying? You get 3% for every $1. So fuck it. Let's say in a year your family drops $50,000 per year, which means that you guys would get a return of $1,500. Not great. But over time it'll compound, and by the time our generation, the 35 guy, not your dad, but like we're all like my kids, that like here's a fucking dividend calculator compound. Okay, so Starting principal, let's say 100,000. Annual contribution is 20,000. Dividend tax rate is 15%. Annual, yeah. So 5% is not like is not a crazy fucking like. You could do that like the O Realty Corp, right? These guys, they're priced at $56, and their dividend yield. Where the fuck is it? Oh, Realty Corp. Oh, stock. Right here. Dividend yield 5.68%. It's not impossible. I would not put all my money in it, but it's not impossible to make that money. I'm fucking telling you. So let's see, calculate the dividends after 20 years. So your dividend portfolio after 20 years would be $1.2 million. Annual dividend income is $62,000. Total dividend payments over 20 years is you'll basically have gotten $500,000 over 20 years. All right? Average annual return 4.68%. Total return 149%. And so you're starting off with $100,000 and you're only putting in $20,000 a year. And in 20 years, that portfolio will be worth 1.2 million. And what's really dope is, where the fuck is ChatGPT? Can I take collateral loans on my stock and Canadian banks? Yes. So you could basically take a mortgage or like a loan against your securities and hold them as collateral. And, you know, after 20 years, if you have 1.2 million, like, you know, and I feel like I'm being very charitable with these amounts. You know, I'm not fucking like, I'm not going fully ham and shit, right? And so if your entire family is like contributing annual, so let's say everyone in your family, let's say 75,000, right? We're a little bit on the higher end here, of course. Calculate, you'll have 3.5 million, starting with 100,000 principal. But let's say we ball out, we go 1 million. Is that enough zeros? And 75,000? No, one more zero. Fuck, let me just make sure that's a million. Yeah, 1 million. There's no commas, man. What do you want me to do? 7.2 million. $75,000 a year. So like it goes up, man. And so you would do like Coke stock, Coca-Cola, O Realty, SCHD dividend yield. Boom, you're good. And you're at 7.2 million. So it's easy to make that money, right? So let's say you start, even if you're at 30 to 40, 40 to 50. By the time you're 50, if you're consistently putting that money in your 50s, you'll have 7.2 million. Like, the sky is the limit on shit that you can do, man. So let's have a little fun and say that somebody gave me $1 million to make them an art collection. These are the three things I would do. One is I would swipe up shit from local auctions. Two is I would swipe up shit from major auctions. And three is I would swipe shit from art galleries. So, for example, Heffel is an art gallery here locally in Vancouver. So let's see what they currently have auctions-wise. So they have the online summer auction that's going to be done in 2 days. So let's look at it. Are there any pieces I would get? Okay, this piece right here, not bad. Impressionist style and feel. Estimate it's between 1,500 2,500 CAD, and the next bid is $800. And so for example, if you get this Molly Joan Lamb Babak and these two have a similar feel to them. But this one might be, this one's a little bit more expensive, $8,000. So let's see this artist, Molly Joan. So she's like an old a Canadian teacher, writer, printer, and painter. Printmaker and painter. So she's got like some Canadian history like clout and shit, which is why like her painting is actually fetching a little bit more. So this is like Canadian history that you're buying into. This right here, Jack Hamilton Bush, color silkscreen on paper, not bad. I'd fuck with that. So let's write this down, shall we? Let's do this a little proper. Whatever, fuck it. I'm not gonna write it down. the point is like you get some of these like minor pieces. So like this auction in total, I could have dropped like 5 Gs and gotten like 4 or 5 decent pieces, framed them up. Boom. This is pretty nice. I would get this. Like this is eye catching to me. It comes in a frame. This is how big it would be. Boom. Whatever. See, like, let's see what else they have. See, so I would have dropped like 5,000 maybe max. Like, let's see what else they have. 19th and 20th century. This is again like Canadian stuff. So this is like very similar to that other impressionist stuff. So you could get a little collection going with the same feel with like 2 or 3 of those paintings, right? Like this is nice. Like a very simple nude figure. Oil, like they just have that like, I have a soft spot for like nude figure all oil paintings on canvas just because it's like classical art as fuck. This is not bad either. Chinese man right here. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. This is fuck man. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. These right here. So these are like some of the small ones you would hit, right? Waddington's is another one. They're also based in Vancouver. So buy auctions. Okay, so Asian art, let's see. Auctions begin to close at. Why can't I see the stuff? Whatever, fuck, I think we just gotta go past ones. Oh, it's on view? Wow, that's fucking lame. I wish that you could actually fucking see everything. Like, what kind of bullshit is this? I swear to God, man, I feel like I've seen it. Whatever, fuck yeah, I think we gotta just go past. How to buy. Find a broadcast, sign up for e-newsletter, how to start bidding, create an account. I'm sure Google Play. Okay, well, that's a fucking, this is a trash-ass website. But let's see what they've done in the past. No blank walls, rugs and carpets, ethnographic arts and art. Let's see this. Browse gallery. All right. Yeah, none of this. Some of that stuff is cool. Whatever. Oh, Inuit art, sculpture, and graphics. Okay, let's see this. Okay, like some of this shit is cool as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. This is whatever. Like the best piece is like this one right here. This like tripped out mask. That's dope. Okay, this is post-war contemporary art. Like, okay, like, yeah, like look at this, man. This one went for 11,000, included buyer's premium, French Armenian artist. Like, this is not bad. I know to some people like such simplicity. Oh, this is cool. This has like a very Basquiat-esque feel to it. Very whatever. 5,700. Yeah, that's a steal. That's honestly this one, like this art one, I would have dropped like maybe 10 Gs, whatever. But fuck it, like we're what $20,000 deep. Like we could have just fucking emptied these guys out for 50 Gs, and we still have a lot to work with, right? So now let's go to. I fucking love Christie's, right? Upcoming auctions. There's always, every single year, a Picasso is always sold. I promise you guys, okay? Inside job, Christie's art show. All right. How do I fucking see this, like, better? This is nice. This Sebastian Grimbaum. How the fuck? The Bluster one. This one's pretty nice, too. Some of these are really cool. This looks like the guy Stephen Condor. This is pretty sick too. Like some of these I would have dropped. Like I would have fucking really wanted to get a bunch of them. New York viewing times. Bidding starts 9 days. Can you bid online? It might not be like online biddable. That's a sad thing. So let's see something we can actually like bid online. I don't have to fucking go in person. You could also buy Birkins, yo. That's like a big ticket item on a lot of these shows. Okay, Japanese and Korean art, please. South Asian. Modern and contemporary. Ragini Parikh. Oh, awesome. You guys do not even have any of your fucking shit online. Crazy. Also, where's nah, I don't know any of those guys. Fantastic. So you guys have nothing for me to view. I don't. It's like my, like, is my shit like not working or something? Here's something trippy about Christie's. They have actually had Sikh art on there. Look, an inscribed Sikh standard head from Punjab, Indian 18th or 19th century. Like, imagine you got this, bro. We lost our history, bro. I think it says like Diggo Fateh on it. No, it says Khalsa, Badshahi, whatever. The British probably fucking got that one. So, like, that's fucking nuts. A Sikh school. Like, this is I think somebody once said like there's a picture of Baba Bir Singh Naurangabad that looks like this. Like, that's pretty nuts, man. And that could have been yours for 12,500. And look at this. 86 this was they said it would be 4 to 6,000. It ended up being 86,500, yo. Look at this. A tall, a shield. Fuck, man. Like, look at these pictures, man. Look, it's the Sikh gurus, man. And this was only sold for 9,000, like $10,000, man. Look at this, a miniature. The different gurus. Fuck. L, bro. L. But whatever. We're not gonna get that. So let's look at. Okay, so contemporary edition, New York. I guarantee you, there's probably gonna be a Harrington in this. There's always a Harrington. Okay, so out of these, which one would I get? This is cool. This clown, this creepy clown, 3,700, not bad. These paint buckets are sick. And wow, look at that, $40,000, bro. Holy fuck. This blue one is nice. Like, look, some of this art is like, you could buy one piece of art at this price once a year. You know, like, this one was sold for 5,000. You know, like, if you bid on the right one, you can get it at the right price, under 10 G's. These are sick. These collages, I would have loved some of these prints. Put them in a book. This, I really would have wished I could have got this. This to me is like, I don't know why, I just really love it. It's like a collage lithograph situation. I just, fuck, man. It just, the texture of it, I just really resonate with it. This robe is pretty cool too. Oh, Roy Lichtenstein. These are huge. This stuff is fucking proper, man. Whoop. Andy Warhol, of course. Is that what? After Jean-Michel Basquiat. Is this actual a Basquiat? Is this like a book? Like, what the fuck is this? I have no clue what that is. Oh, told you, Keith Haring. I said Harrington. My bad. Keith Haring. There's always a Haring, dude. The Book of Hove. Look at this. The Book of Hove, tribute to Jay-Z. Fucking sold for $163,000. There's only 3 of these in existence. This is what I'm talking about, man. You got to be in touch with the art world, yo. That banda be buying art and shit now, man. He's got art collections. He's bought Basquiat's and stuff. So this is the thing I was talking about. Like, when I was in Florence, I went to this like bookstore that had like not ancient, but like old books. And they had a book that was like from like 1500s, 1400s. It was like a white animal skin leather with like really fragile pages that I had to put gloves on to like touch. Like, this is pretty sick stuff. These like miniatures and shit. Like, even having like, bro, I'm telling you, the art world is so expansive and like so extensive. There's so much shit that you can buy and get and to create. And again, like, imagine if like a bunch of us had art collections to such a high level that we pooled them together to like loan them out to the Louvre or loan them out to the Vancouver Sikh Gallery. Vancouver Art Gallery, and you're like, this is the Sikh collection, the Khalsa collection. But we got fucking dumb boomers running the Banten, like, the Gurdwara and stuff. I would get like a fucking prima donna, like Jesus and Madonna and Jesus as a baby type shit. Like I think some of this stuff is worth it, yo. Like, you know, he is their fucking guru and shit. Why not? One thing I would love to get is like a Caravaggio. See, those are like some artists that are just like fucking legendary, man. Like this is like a Caravaggio-esque style. This is pretty sick. I guess no one bought it. How much was it going for? 10,000, 15,000. This would have been nice as fuck, man. Look how old this is, man. Fuck. Antiquities, like some of this stuff. Like you could buy watches, jewelry, antiquities, wine, old cars, art, prints, posters, lithographs, coins, sculptures. Like, bro, look at this. A fucking Egyptian polychrome wood-eyed coffin for Senbi. That's awesome, man. Like this, some of this stuff is really cool. Like this is shit that actually is in museums that you can own, you know? And they do this stuff all the time because, again, some people are like, yo, fuck my shit. I just want to sell it. I want to give it. Or, yo, even sometimes if you have the right connect, a museum might be like, yo, we're fucking getting rid of this shit, bro. Goodbye. Like, we're down to just, like, sell some of this stuff because we need to pay for the fucking leaky roof of the museum. Like, look at this. Legendary trunks. I know Tyler, the creator, is mad into, like, Louis Vuitton trunks and shit. So, for, like, $100,000, man, like, we could have bought like $100,000. We could have bought in like 10 solid pieces to start off your collection, and one that was like valued at 40,000. You know, like if we had gone to the fucking let's see, this old masters. Like, what's the one big ticket item that we should just ball the fuck out on? For the average Desi, their parents sees a fucking picture of Jesus, they'd be like, what the fuck, man? Sada mama lagda ya? Post-war. See, like, the seller of William I. Koch, the great American collector. Whoever in their family or whatever reason, they have to sell his shit, and now it's back on the market. Watches collection, that's pretty cool. Beyond the Screen. I'm seeing, like, if there's one that would have had, like, a Picasso in it. 20th, 21st century online sale. Let's see this. Yoshitomo Nara. Oh, this is cool as fuck, yo. This must have been a big one. No, not really. 16 million. Takashi Murakami. 700. Okay. I know hella bunde that are on that, like, you know, cause or whatever. So 750,000 HKD to CAD. No, man. 750. That's... Fuck, what is that? 750. There. 131,000 CAD. Still pretty fucking... Yeah, so that one's probably not affordable. Right, fuck it. I know everyone wants to see if we could get a Picasso. So let's see. Can we get a Picasso? Why am I doing this? I could literally just search up Picasso. Fuck. Sold 10,000 plus. So this one was like a really expensive one they did. These ones they hype up, you know? And then the hype is what makes the price so expensive. So can we do relevance, price, realized, low to high? Okay, fuck. With 10,000, we're not going to be able to do that. So let's do... This is a very famous painting, yo. This one. Okay, let's do between... We said 100,000, so let's say 55,000 and 80,000, because 20,000 I said for like the smaller pieces. So look at that portrait of Dora Maar. Okay, like this would have been a Picasso you could have got for 80K basically. Some of these prints and shit, they would have held their value pretty well. And you could literally say, I have a Picasso. the ultimate flex for a fucking desi. Like even this, man. The fact that it sold for 77,000 in 10 years, it'll be sold for 150,000, maybe even double that. It's not going to lose its value. So you can get the art, you get the stock dividend situation going, and now you have all this fucking money. What do you want to do with that? You know, where are you going to house your art and stuff? And this is where we go into the manor game. British manors and French chateaus. Okay. This is the goal. Okay. This is the goal. Shit like this. This is not that complicated. This is a Maynard roof. Mansard roof. So this style roof basically. Boom. So this would be like, you know, you need good craftsmanship, whatever, but we have the materials to make something like this. It's not fucking out of bounds, you know? It's like, look at these British manors, man. Like, you could even do something like this one's a little bit more like modern, but what's cool is probably like it's built upon, like this is a whole level in itself, this bottom part. And then like, it's like like you could do a lot of stuff. It's possible, you know? This is not like the gaudy Texas mansions and shit. Like Texas McMansions. Like these are fucking ugly, man. Like this, Tim McMansion Hell would like to congratulate Google Deep Dream on his first build. Like this shit's ugly as fuck. Again, they have neighbors. Like there's no real wealth here. This stuff is whatever. This is like a mishmash of different architectural styles. Fucking, this is like, again, they just want to make this cheap as fuck, but want it to be big as fuck as well. Nah, man. If you want to do it right, you got to do it like this. Like something classy and like has a sick ass feel and shit. This is the Downton Abbey one. And so, yeah, like fuck. And if you want to do something smaller, then like a French chateau. You know, this is obviously not a smaller one, but like it's still there. There's like a house that I drive by to UBC that's like basically this, but like smaller, but basically looks like this. Very possible, this kind of stuff. And so how would you do it? Well, realtor. All right, let's see. I think this is one that I keep looking at every now and then. How many acres is it? So 1.4 million, 8 acres. Not bad. 1.45 million, 8 acres. Let's say you build 1 acre to square feet. 43,000 square foot. They let you only build fucking 38% of that. So let's go 43,000. 38. So you can have a house that's 16,000 square feet. And let's say that you bought your land for 1.45 million, which is again possible with all the fucking shit that we're doing. And 1.45 million, no. 16,000 square foot. Let's say each square foot ended up costing you $300 fucking dollars. 4.8 million. On top of that price, 1.45. Let's just call it like 6 million in total. 16,000 square foot house, whatever. You're paying off your mortgage, but if your dividend yield is like fucking fat and shit, and so what annual dividend income is $360,000, you could easily pay that. Like again, you would build this in your 60s, right? As like this is the manor of whatever, and like you would enjoy it for the last 20 years of your life, or whatever. And maybe you make more money earlier, you make smarter choices, and now what? $360,000. Your family line is fucking cemented. Lineage, the way you teach your kids to carry this on, what you built, this art collection, the stock portfolio, fucking equities, life insurance, this manor, fucking holiday homes and shit, man. Like, how is this not possible? Now, the aristocratic like lifestyle, this is one thing, but now the soch is another. Let's help build our communities. Let's fucking, give $100,000 to a local elementary school. Change their name to my name, yo. Fuck, you were called McCloskey, yo. Now you're Joe Hall Elementary, and we'll fucking do like a field trip program where every kid, no matter who they are, will get to go on a field trip every year. Blah blah blah, and you give back to your community, or You fucking help people get loans, just like, and you create a circle of people as well. Like there will be like-minded people, and what you do is you make big high IQ moves behind the scenes. You know, hey, you put your money in this, like this, boom, boom, boom. Let's fucking build a gurdwara, you know? Let's build that monumental gurdwara like I was talking about in the last episode. It's possible, man. Just the desis are not thinking at that level right now because, again, like we have a weird relationship with money. Obviously, I'm going bad tangents and stuff, but I fucking think it's all possible, man, and I would love to do it myself. What's holding me back right now is nothing's really holding me back. I am building towards that. You know, I'm slowly buying art that I can afford. Like sometimes I'm getting money. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy art. Like I'm just stupid like that, and I don't even keep track of my money and shit. Really bad with finances, yo. But I think it's more than possible to get to a point where you have this aristocratic living, and then you also have a community that follows with, and then this like the family line, family tree. Because like, yeah, fine, you don't get to live in your manor all your life. You have to only live in it because you have to build it. But then your children will. Your kid that once he's 30 and you're 60, you grew up in a single family detached home in Surrey. This kid's gonna live in a manor that you fucking built within your life thanks to your dad. Like there's like a little slingshot effect, right? And I think that's the most powerful thing that we can do for our family, for our kids, for our futures, our future generation, and basically instill them that like we build opulence not for ourselves only, but for the society we live in. Let's start fucking building bridges and squares and piazzas and fucking public sculptures and public fountains and improve everything, man. Like imagine we did that. Like imagine Punjabis and Sikhs, the Khalsa really pushes it. How would a Canada look like if in 100 years the Khalsa is the one that has all the fucking amazing architecture of homes and the monuments and the cities like streets and like sky train stations and bus loops and schools named after them? When the amount of like money that the Sikhs are giving to the societies and the communities, like what does that look like? You can't even like possibly begin to think about it. You could reshape our society like it's like fucking sand and we're building it up. Your kids have money, room to fuck up and whatever, man. That's just, I don't know, man. That's my dream. And I would hope to make that happen. This is that. And, you know, it is what it is. I fucking hope you enjoyed this episode. It's probably like a random one. Ruckus Episode Radio, obviously, of course. Check it out. But, yeah. Akala.